Hey, so I've seen a number of people have troubles with docking. I did too at first, so I thought maybe it would be fun to just do a couple of videos on some of what I'm doing with the space station I've been working on. I've been putting a few pictures of what I've been doing with the space station, and I thought, might as well show some video of it. So, as you can see, I have very little going on right now. It's because I just did a fresh install. Everything is clean and shiny and new. So far I've kept my debris down to 1, and it's sitting at launch, so I have no debris in space anymore. Well, let's be fair. This is debris. It's just not calling it debris. It was part of the angle connector that got busted. Unfortunately, my computer is older and it's having a heck of a time keeping up with this game, but we're making do. So yeah, this was part of an angle connector that just got torqued a little too much and couldn't take it. So I haven't gone to go get it just yet, but I will soon. Anyway, let's go check out our station. Here we are. As you can see, I've got plenty of MechJeb stuff going on with this. After you've done it enough times, it starts to become more convenient to just let MechJeb handle things for you. But we got the real Jeb too, as you can see. He's hanging out in our little habitation module, having a good old time, separating his junk from his rubbish and his refuse and his trash, and then his food and not food. I really like the new interior of the habitation module. It's pretty cool. Space. Anyway. So as you can see, the fresh install has certainly helped with the performance. I'm able to spin around pretty good and not have too much trouble. Turn on all the lights here. Even with the lights on, it still works pretty good. It wasn't for a while. So, what we're going to do is I want to set up an attachment point over here for a service module. So I want to be able to send up a crew of 3 to replace Real Jeb, who's hanging out in here. And what I want to do is I want to have them be able to just come up and dock with this port. But I don't like having all the solar panels hanging out here. This tank and this cluster of monopropellant and batteries and more monopropellant, that's not going to move around. So I think what I want to do is I want to take the solar panels and just turn them 90 degrees so that they're in line with these, making it a little easier to move in and out of here, and also opening up these ports a little bit more. So first thing I want to do is, I don't want to do this in the dark. I do have awesome lights on my tugs, but still, it's a little easier to do it during the day, so let's just speed up a little here. Here comes the sun. I'm going to get as much of it as I can. There we go. Alright. Batteries are fully charged, so let's start with, let's see, we'll start with the bottom one because the tug is closest to there, so we're going to put away the solar panels. No, didn't hear me at first. Alright. And this is a small port, so we're going to make sure to bring our small port with us. This is our tug. Show you a little bit about it. It's got large docking ports on either end, and then it generally comes with this adapter that I put together here so that I can go from large to medium, and then it's got 2 medium to small adapters on the sides. I haven't actually put anything up into space that uses these small adapters yet, but I want to be prepared in case I do. Then we've got, from the Kerbal attachment system, some connection points here, so in case I ever have a tug that gets stranded or something, runs out of fuel or runs out of monopropellant or something, I can take the other tug over to it and then use the Kerbal attachment system. And I'll have to bring a real Kerbal with to make this work, and then take a connector and attach it to the connection point, and then I can transfer some fuel or monopropellant or electricity or whatever I need to. It's also got reversible thrusters, which is kind of nice, so when you come fly in at something, instead of having to constantly flip your ship around, just change which direction the thrusters are going to go, and then away you go. And of course the lights. So let's get started here. Let's go ahead and undock and change to the tug. Turn on RCS. And now the big key with this is to just go slow. I also like using chase mode because it helps line everything up. So let's. Alright. It's always good to do a quick test with your RCS to see which direction the thrusters are going. So in my case, K is going to push me up. Oh yeah, I also want to turn on SAS to keep it from rotating as I'm translating around. I don't tend to use the docking mode. I like it a little bit better just in the regular mode. Probably just because that's how I got used to it. So once I get upwards a little ways from where we're currently attached, I will try to set up my alignment better. And while we're moving away, I'm going to set my port as my target. Oh, that will actually change where my RCSs are pointed. So now it's actually, now we're going in the direction of L, not K anymore. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the lights from this tug. Alright, we got enough room, we can start trying to line up. The station has gotten so big and bulky that it's really hard to move it around. I might try to figure out some way to attach some reaction wheels in the core or something to make that work, but for now, we're just going to eyeball everything. So we're going to... Actually, let's stop our lateral movement before we turn, just to try to make this easier on ourselves. Alright. I know a lot of people like this new SAS. I've been having a heck of a time with it because it keeps getting all bouncy on me. But I'm trying to get used to it. Does that look good? It's pretty good there, huh? We're moving downward a little though. Yeah, a little too much. Yeah, right about there. Alright, so let's translate over. The big key here is just lots of small, little, steady corrections. As soon as you start reacting to the situation, it's too late. Of course, this is probably some of the slowest, most boring stuff you could do. The target doesn't look quite right. So it should show... Oh well. Alright, let's stop our lateral translation. There you go. Looks like we're still not quite lined up. Let's turn a little bit more. There we go. Okay, bring it up. A good thing I'm doing this in the daytime, huh? I find I often get a little impatient and I'll start going too fast, and yep, see, look, I wasn't paying attention, and that would have been... Well, unfortunately, I just realized that my video capture crashed at some point while we were in the middle of moving the solar panel array, so I had to restart, and it of course also seemed to take down my Kerbal Space Program. So we'll see how far back we get warped. I thought there was an autosave, but let's find out. Space stuff. Back into the tracking center. We appear to not be attached. That is concerning. Anything could happen at this point now. Well, alright. It's not too bad. Alright. There we go again. Our lateral lined up. See our relative velocity indicator is relatively in the center. We'll just keep going until we get our vertical where we want it. Looks good there. Where is our relative? There we go. Okay, how do we look? Actually not as good as I was hoping. Go up a little higher. Looks good. There may possibly be easier ways to do this, but I don't know them. So this is how I do it. Really, the big trick is the relative velocity indicator, I think. That really helps to determine if you're going straight in or not. Easy. Easy. Boom. Alright. I mentioned last time it helps to just warp a little bit to get some of the shaky out. Now we will detach from here, rotate 90 degrees, reattach. Simple stuff. Oh, that's actually going to be even easier because it looks like our nav ball is pretty well lined up for us. So around we go. There we go. A little SAS. And then this is where I wish I could just say redock. But instead, I have to back up and then get far enough away that it recognizes it's no longer docked to it, and that I want to redock. I think that'll do it. Come back in. Now hopefully, because we were not moving laterally, we should still be lined up. And there we go. So now, we're not quite. That little bit of turn I did at the last second there. Alright, well, a little bit of extra practice never hurt anybody, right? Let's see. How's that look? Maybe just a pinch more. That looks pretty good, right? So now we're gonna go back. And forward. And it still doesn't quite look right. Let's just do a little more. And uh-oh, getting a little crazy. There we go, we're good. Oh yeah, that looks much better. Let's stick out these panels and see how it looks. I like it. Alright, now we gotta do the other side. Let's check. How does our... Oh, we got plenty of fuel. Alright, so this time... Let's just go... Oh yeah, change where I'm controlling it from. I don't know what I did wrong with my tug, but for some reason I have to keep manually setting where I control it from. That's pretty good there. Alright, let's go down. Nope, that's up. Let's go down. At some point I am going to have to get rid of that angle connector, but that's not the current mission. That's good. And forward. I could put the panels open on the side that we've already turned, but we've got 5 large battery packs here, so I think the station will be fine. Just like most of the time I don't even have to open up the power for the tugs, but it's an option if I need it. Lots of waiting. And you'll notice I don't use warp through most of this because things get out of hand just way too fast for me when I warp things around. Okay, that's pretty good there. Set our target. Now we've drifted quite a ways off course, but that's okay. Zero out our relative velocity. And now we need to turn around because we've only got a big port on that end. That'll do. Let's shoot over a little ways. I found it's easiest to work at one direction at a time. The other nice thing about having that solar panel on the tug is it kind of gives me a sight, like on a gun. It's close enough for now. Let's start coming up. fighting me, SAS. I'm going to back up a little bit just to give myself a little bit more breathing room. And it gives me the relative indicator again. It's not necessarily the most monopropellant efficient, I guess. But it works. For me. We'll fix our lateral alignment in a second here, but I still want to get lined up this way. There we go, that looks much better. Coming up. Almost there. Yeah, that looks good, so let's stop our vertical translation. Oh, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That was bad. That was really bad. Okay. Remember, keep fingers off of shift. Alright, well now that we've done that, I'm going to show you another way that you can go about this, and that's using MechJeb in target mode to keep yourself pointed at your target, which in this case is my docking port. And so now, another thing you can do is it will automatically keep you pointed at it, and then as you move within alignment, it'll straighten you out through magic. And you can still use the relative velocity indicator to give you an idea what direction you're going in relation to your specific target. So I actually went too far that way. Now, if I were paying attention, what I should have done when that little throttle accident occurred was I should have reversed the direction of my thrusters. But I didn't. In fact, I'm going to switch them now, just in case any more mistakes happen. Thankfully, I didn't hit it so hard that something broke. Okay, get some relative velocity here. Looking pretty good, horizontally speaking. Sorry, vertically? Yeah, vertically speaking. And then you see how as you move, you can kind of see the line running through your ship and where you're going. Not that it's perfect, think the other way is probably actually better. I think you get better at what you're doing. Some people have found that MechJub helps them learn what they're trying to do better, and others have found that it keeps them from learning what they're doing. In this case, I think it's making things difficult for me, but that's okay. There we go. Alright. There we go. That will hopefully be good enough. There we go. We are attached. Now, do the same thing as before. I'm going to turn off MechJub here. Natural jubs are certainly much better than mechanical ones. Okay, detached. Switch to my tug. Control from here. Chase mode. Give it a 90-degree twist. Kind of drifting away. Okay, back up. And back we go. I'm starting to feel like we did not go back far enough. Alright. Oh, maybe we got it. Kind of a shaky start, though. I hope we're lined up good enough after all that bouncing. Yeah, that's... We'll here, let's open up a couple panels and we'll see what we think. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I'm going to try to fix that. Telling you, me and this new SAS just don't get along. And turn off SAS as I come into contact. Let's see how it looks. We're still off a little tiny bit, but that's much better. I think we're going to take it. Job well done. Slowly, carefully, deliberately. Let's see, did we finish it before the sun went down? No. So that's why you put headlights on your tugs. Alright, that is all for this mission. And the next mission will be bringing up a service vehicle. So actually the next thing will be getting this thing out of the way, but I probably won't record that. Well, I hope you enjoyed, and talk to you soon.